intrapreneurship within entrepreneurship. Workers delight. There'll be new technology wave by that time. So we don't know there'll be more jobs created because of that. So we actually built the Salesforce plus plus of real estate.
Tech and real estate are no longer separate.
Indian growth is mammoth. Dubai is going at a faster pace right now. God bless them, and let's see where both markets end up.
Hello and a very warm welcome. I'm Aashreen Puri and you're watching Brick by Brick, Anarock's Candid series where we speak about ideas and innovations that shape the Indian real estate's future. Today, I'm joined by someone who plays a pivotal role in transforming Anarock from traditional real estate. With his deep expertise in strategy, digital transformation, and AI integration, he's driving tech-first solutions to blend with data, automation, as well as innovation. Please join me in welcoming Sunil Mishra to Brick by Brick. Hi Sunil, welcome to Brick by Brick. It's a pleasure to have you here.
My pleasure to be here, Aashreen.
When and how did you get into real estate? I'm sure it's not been a straightforward one.
I worked for about 14 years in telecoms, in mobile telephony, which was an exciting industry at that time. Then for 6 years, I worked in financial services. I was the CEO of a wealth management company. And towards the end of that stint, I started convincing my founder that we should launch an online wealth management portal. But he understood bits of it, and I wanted to get into consumer internet to give you millennials and Gen Zs a run for your money to learn more about consumer internet. I got headhunted at that time by a consumer internet company called proptech.com. I joined that, and the underlying for that was real estate. So I joined a proptech company and I got into real estate, and that's why I call it a backdoor entry into real estate. But the last 7 years with Anarock has been fantastic since I managed to get into our own CRM. We have built a Salesforce plus plus for real estate, if you may.
Yeah.
And then we have layered a couple of layers of predictive AI and generative AI in the last 3-4 years. So it's been exciting working in PropTech and with the biggest player in real estate, Anarock.
So tell me this, PropTiger, housing, and now Anarock. So many different avatars in real estate. How did it help you evolve personally?
I keep on telling myself that I have to reinvent myself every 10 years. I started running the marathon when I was 45. I was the oldest debutant at 46, and I used to rub it into team members with my timing because I was pretty fast. With consumer internet, the same thing happened. I wanted to learn digital marketing. I wanted to get into that because I could see the world of business changing after internet sort of came more. So off late, in the last 2-3 years, I'm learning generative AI. In fact, I've just finished a course from UC Berkeley on AI and generative AI.
Okay.
One has to reskill themselves all the time if one has to stay abreast of cutting technology.
Yeah.
As a person, I've evolved by learning new things, being at the forefront. While real estate to some may be one of the older type of industries which don't embrace technology, but things have changed in the last 6-7 years.
I have seen a lot of tech adoption in real estate pretty recent years. And I mean, I would say predictive AI is something that probably is a year or two old. You've gone through the entire journey where now tech and real estate are no longer, separate. How would you say that, the tech is getting evolved, and what is the transformation that, tech is bringing to real estate?
To justice to my age and to the history of technology in real estate, I'll start off from end 90s, which was the first technology intervention in real estate. And surprise, surprise, it was SMS and email. So SMS marketing and email marketing. The feature phones had just got launched at that time, and SMS and email marketing were the first sort of tryst with technology for real estate. Before that, it was all offline. Early 2000s, the reality portals started in India. That was the first sort of wave where search became online. So instead of going to your neighborhood broker, you went to Magic Bricks, 99 Acres, or Housing.com and Makaan.com and searched for apartments. That was the first phase of technology intervention. Google and Facebook happened immediately after that in 2007, 2008. A lot of search moved there. In fact, I maintain that if Google had got delayed by 2-3 years, one of the portals could have become the Google of real estate. Like it's happened in Australia with REA or in USA with Zillow. But Google and Facebook almost launched together the portal, and the rest is history. They have got a bigger share than the portals. The third phase of intervention came when back office automation started. So 2010 to 2015, lead management system, CRM, ERP, all developers started embracing these technologies, and you could see a single view of the customer. That was the fourth phase. The fifth phase is the lost phase. I'm a bit unhappy with that. There was crypto, there was blockchain, there was one of my favorite technologies, AR, VR, Meta, which sort of flattered to deceive. It came in, and I think there's a lot of real estate use case there, but it didn't really fulfill its potential. Which brings me to the final phase, that of AI and ML. So predictive AI came in with brilliant applications 4 or 5 years back. And November 2022, when OpenAI launched, then the world changed. And so has the world of real estate. In fact, I'm betting my money on generative AI being the big sort of intervention for the next 5-10 years.
About 15, 20 years that you've kind of seen the entire transformation happen. Where have you seen Anarock leverage the transformation? I know that you closely work with most of the tech verticals within Anarock. So where do you see this transformation evolving Anarock?
Anarock pulled the first rabbit out of our hats right when we started businesses. When we started business in 2017, we realized that residential real estate is a mass market business. It's gonna go to 100,000 transactions at some point in time. So we need to have a kick-ass CRM with us, which gives us a single view of the customer. So we actually built the Salesforce plus of real estate. And I always emphasize the plus because we really believe we are the guys in real estate. We have built a CRM which is better than any other CRM in the world. And what that did, Aashreen, was that since 2017, we have got pristine data. So I have got about 6 million customer inquiries, which have given about 70,000 or 100,000 bookings at a 1.5% conversion.
Wow.
So imagine a giant Excel spreadsheet with 6 million rows and 74 columns, which sort of give the a disposition of every customer. Some customer will drop a lead and go away, 3 columns filled. Some customer will talk to the call center, more columns filled, and so on and so forth. So we were staring at this giant spreadsheet and we said, hey, let's detect patterns in this. And that's where predictive AI came in to the fore. So we started predicting whether the customer who's dropping a lead, is he or she serious or not. It started off with that. And Astra was born. Astra was our predictive AI model. We could predict the top 10% leads called platinum leads, which give 50% of bookings now. So that's a pretty goosebump sort of statement that the 50% of homes that we sell, we have told the sales guys that these are platinum leads. So focus on that. And in the CRM, it starts saying platinum. So that's Astra Platinum for you. And similarly, we built Astra Phoenix model, which is a scavenging model. So out of 100 leads, only one converts, right? One home is sold. The 99 leads which get junked and fail, the Phoenix model goes in a scavenging mode, picks out 8 to 9 false negatives. Like customers which should have been converted but were not, and gives it back to sales. So last year, 4% of our revenue came from leads which the sales guy had thrown away. And the Phoenix model went and reintroduced it back. So otherwise our revenue would have been 96 and not 100. So it's a fantastic sort of models that we created. So that was the whole sort of predictive AI. And then we were like a baby with a toy. Wherever there is a big data at the top of the funnel and a small data at the end, we started predicting. We started predicting whether a sales agent joining us will be successful in our system or not, based on crunching 8 years of data of 3,000 sales guys who had worked with us. Then we started predicting how does a top 20% salesperson perform, and started giving tips and tricks to the remaining 75%. So that's the sort of journey that we started off with AI, and Anarock has been at the forefront. We got a patent in this in 2023. So predictive we have been running for 5 years. Generative we started 2 years back because generative AI was invented 2-3 years back. And as we speak, we have got like 110 chatbots and voice bots in the market talking to home buyers, trying to convert them.
Whilst obviously the industry is moving, what I'm hearing is that Anarock is always one step ahead, and they kind of are writing the future with technology and real estate. So tell me a little bit more about these tools, these modules, what they do for Anarock, how do they help sort of enhance jobs, keeping in mind that real estate by nature is a very intensive manpower industry.
So we have got 7 agentic AIs that we have developed. The core agentic AI is a walk-in genie. That is a chatbot or a voice bot. Walk-in genie converses with prospective home buyers and convinces them to come for a site visit. So we are actually automating the sourcing part of the sales. So sales in real estate has 2 parts, the sourcing and closing. So the sourcing part, where 70-80% of salespeople are employed, we are automating that and helping the salespeople become more productive. Walk-in Genie talks to leads which came in from 9 p.m. to 9 a.m. because call center is closed, remember? Walk-in Genie starts talking to those, and if any lead is hot, passes to the sales guy. So we have seen 5 to 6% revenue lift because of walk-in Genie. Similarly, there is CP Genie, which is a B2B agentic AI. It talks to the 100,000 brokers in India, and it sells the project to them. Okay, hey, this project is pretty beneficial for you. Why don't you introduce your home buyer? When the home buyer comes, it takes the lead from that and puts it in the CRM. So it's a multi-agent sort of environment with CP Genie. And then there is a slew of genies. There is a referral genie, which talks to customers and encourages them to give referrals. There's a post-sales genie, which talks to customers from the booking to collection phase, giving them information about construction updates, giving them information about TDS to be deducted, about which accounts to pay that check, and reminding them gently, hey, you have to pay the check. And then there's Home Loans Genie. Home Loans Genie talks to customers and introduces home loans from 30 banks, which we have empaneled with to the customer. So it's a slew of AI agents which are increasing productivity. And if you add this 3%, 4%, 5% productivity, we strongly feel that we can actually increase the productivity of real estate sales by 25 to 30% if all these combine. So that's the magic of the Genie world, the Astra world I explained earlier, the predictive one. Across these two, we have got the 12 tool AI suite, and we have sort of superimposed it on the erstwhile mandate model, calling it the AI sales mandate model.
So that would be the next big thing in the AI world for Anarock?
Correct. For not only for Anarock, for India and for the world, I would say, because we are redefining the way homes are sold. So first time AI we used to sell homes.
And that this has not been done before.
This has not been done before collectively as a tool set. But we'll come to the second question that you had asked on the impact on people. And that is a pretty interesting. It has got an ethical and a responsible AI sort of angle. So I'm a big fan of AI in India in the next 10-15 years. So I'm seeing productivity increase about 10% per annum for the next 4-5 years from all these agentic AIs in India across companies and processes. Already, India is a high growth economy, right? Unlike the West, which is growing at 1 or 2%, India is growing at 6-7% already, right? So most of these increase in productivity will be absorbed as revenue growth in India. Indian companies are not shy of talking about 15, 20, 30% revenue growth. So what will happen? A company which was increasing at 10% will increase at 18 to 19% now because of productivity, without changing the number of people deployed. Some of these companies may say, hey, I don't want too much revenue. I'll let it flow into the bottom line. So those people will talk about sort of moving people around. But Indian economy is growing so fast. All the companies are competing. No one would like to grow slowly. So I'm a big fan. The next 5, 6, 7 years, revenue is going to grow. Employees are not going to get affected. After that, some of the benefits will start slowing down. People will worry about profitability more. People's jobs and roles will get reconfigured. So I'm seeing a 10 to 15 year journey before we hit that thing in India, whereas the West may hit it in the next 1-2 years because they have got a different problem. They've got a problem of scarcity of resources. We've got a problem of plenty. So that's how I think it will play out in India. I'm not too worried about a lot of people losing a lot of jobs right now. Initially, the productivity will increase, revenue will increase, then profitability will come, and then employees may get reconfigured. By that time, people will get reskilled. There'll be new technology wave by that time. So we don't know there'll be more jobs created because of that.
One of the businesses that we have at Anarock is the digital business. And I myself have been seeing so much transformation in terms of, whether it is putting up Google ads, whether it's putting up Facebook ads, whether it is using tech to make creatives. I do know that a lot of times, when simple sort of briefs and creatives come, there's a lot of AI used to make those creatives. So I agree with you that tech is generally, taking over slowly by slowly the entire real estate sort of gamut. You are also the Chief Strategy Officer for Anarock. In your perspective, what would you say the Indian real estate market looks like now versus what it did look like 15 years back versus what it will look in the next 15 years?
The Indian real estate market is also sort of nuanced. It comprises multiple asset classes. Today, 85% of value under construction of real estate is in residential, is in homes, and the remaining is 15%. But this was not always the case. About 10 years back, it was 50-50 or 60-40. So 60 residential and 40 others. Because malls were being created, offices were being developed. But as the economy took off, as the emerging affluent classes became affluent in India, number of homes really shot up. So today, as I said, 85% of value under construction is residential. The remaining is commercial, office, retail, land, hospitality. So that's how real estate looks like then versus now. In residential specifically, which is what sort of excites most of the people, There are three types of transactions. One is, of course, new homes, other is resale, and third is rental. India is again a new economy. Unlike US, resale market is bigger than the new homes market. So India, the new homes market is still pretty vibrant. We sell about 500,000 homes a year in India, in the top 10 cities. But this was again not always the case. From 2015 to 2022, 6-7 years, we sold 250,000 homes per year. And in the last 2-3 years, it has taken off from 2.5 lakh to 3.5 to 4.5 to 5. So currently we are selling 5 lakh new homes in the top 10 cities. So that's good news that the residential real estate market has taken off. We had predicted this in 2016 when demonetization happened. RERA came in, Insolvency and Bankruptcy Act came in, and GST came in. Anuj Puri and Rohin Shah, who are the founders of Anarock, who had spent 23 years in commercial and retail, they sort of put their hats in the ring on residential. After pandemic, people thought that WFH, work from home, will come and the demand will fall down. But it has surprised everyone. Indian office demand is increasing. There are more and more people asking for offices, while the tech industry is still doing a hybrid sort of a working, some of them. So office is also pretty strong. Retail market went up and then is flat a bit right now because it follows the economy cycle completely. Hospitality is again pretty big because everyone wants to do vacations nowadays. So that's the 4-5 asset classes in real estate, and looks like most of them are going to sort of grow faster than Indian economy for the next 5-10 years.
I also do know that a lot of people are now looking at investing in Dubai ever since, the entire news has come out of the golden visa. Do you see that having a shift on Indian home buyers per se, since you said that residential is pretty much the biggest in the entire, I would say, real estate gamut? Do you see that having more sort of drastic shift, or you don't think that would kind of untouch the Indian home buyers?
I'll speak about Dubai a bit. Dubai is again a favorite sort of topic for
And
me.
you look after
Yeah, I look
Dubai
after
as
Dubai
well.
as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Dubai market is on fire. So it has doubled in the last 2 years, and the new homes market within that has grown 3.5 times in the last 2 years. So it's a bit of crazy sort of growth. The growth has come half by price increase and half by volume increases. So even the prices are increasing there. People are looking at Dubai as a investment class to invest in, and mostly the HNIs in India who can invest in Dubai are sort of buying apartments there. In Dubai, you get a 7 to 9% rental yield versus 2 to 3% in India. You heard of 2 to 4%
Yeah.
rental in India. There you get 7 to 9%. And if you add 15% of capital appreciation, the price increase. And then the third factor is many people forget there's a dollar depreciation. So if you send your money out, your money is in dollars and in AED. So that's a 3-4% addition. So it's a 20 to 25% per annum sort of growth in the money that you send there. Even if the prices sort of start plateauing down, the 25 will come to 15%. So 15% competes with equity investment in India. Equity investment is 13% long-term investment.
Yeah.
So actually, it's a pretty smart investment. Of course, you need to have that sort of money. You need to have 10 crore rupees of wealth to send 2 crore rupees outside to buy that. And hence, it is only a top 5% of Indians who are able to invest there. So coming back to your question, I'm not too much worried about the Dubai outflow exodus impacting Indian growth. Indian growth is mammoth. Dubai is going at a faster pace right now. God bless them, and let's see where both markets end up.
No, that's great. Thank you, Sunil. So for my last segment, we have created a rapid fire.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's a
we
surprise.
can't let people without the rapid fire.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, and the first word that comes in your mind, or the first phrase that comes in your mind, if you can answer.
Right.
Okay. What is the first thing you check on your phone in the morning?
WhatsApp.
Okay. AI in one word.
Brilliance.
Biggest myth about AI in real estate.
That it's going to eat jobs very quickly.
Data or gut, which drives your decision more often?
Data 80%, but 20% gut. As we grow senior. Yeah.
One tech trend you're excited about in the next 2 years?
It is generative AI plus plus. I'm not even worried about AGI. Even the current generative AI, I'm very excited.
There is an AGI also now.
AI will come when AI is sort of becomes brighter than humans. It's not become brighter. Yeah.
Startup culture, corporate culture, what brings the best in you?
A startup culture, definitely. And I've been working in a corporate for the last 7 years. But Anarock has got a pretty smart DNA. It's a bunch of startups within a corporate. Like that's the best that could happen. Entrepreneurship within entrepreneurship. So it's a worker's delight.
I fully agree with you on that one. In Anarock, there's so many new businesses that start. So whenever somebody comes to you and pitches a business to you, What truly impresses you?
Quality of management, definitely.
That's the one thing.
There could be total addressable market, there could be unique, sustainable, competitive advantage, but finally it's the management that pulls it off.
If you had to build a proptech startup today, what problem would you solve?
I would solve the problem on the construction side because real estate employs the second maximum number of people after agriculture. And it's very, very disorganized. So the contractors, subcontractors, laborers. So I would try to solve that, make life easier for them as well, and increase efficiency of real estate.
Pretty cool. I hope to see that in Anarock soon. One book or podcast that you would recommend every real estate leader to go through or read?
I'm a big fan of Satya Nadella podcasts on the technology side, which again, on the AI side, everyone should see that even if you're in real estate. I would sort of go back to the good to great and build to last. Those are principles which straddle across industries.
What's more likely to happen first? AI replacing agents or buyers doing 100% of home buying online?
Yeah, it's none of the above is the answer.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Sunil. Thank you for joining us at Brick by Brick. It was a pleasure to have you. Truly, I mean, an insightful conversation, right from strategy to digital transformation to predictive AI. So I'm glad to have you on the platform, and I'm sure that as time progresses and as Anarock sort of advances in technology, you would be driving that initiative through and through, and we will have many more conversations on tech and AI.
The pleasure was mine, Aashreen. Thank you very much.